The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. This is actually political theater, which we definitely have to go a different direction with the Court of Public Opinion. You know, after a day of hard news, and actually a couple weeks, a couple months of real hard news, and it all came down to this big hearing. A lot of people have been waiting for real news, and then this came across the feed, and I had to tackle this. Let's zero in on this. This is the article. We're going to focus in on this. Just the title itself says a lot about cracking down on crime in China. I mean, wow, just stunning. It's kind of the story it's a good couple of stories in this. The irony of listening to a very provocative topic regarding investigation, real serious, important issues. And then China is cracking down on crime by putting facial recognition hardware into their toilets. You want to talk about getting serious, getting to the bottom of a crime. Bottoms up here. This is what's going on in China. So anytime anyone complains about privacy, well, let's look at this story. I want to talk about privacy concern. Everything in your private parts are included in internal investigation. Brings a whole new meaning to leaks. I actually have a blog post now, blogger, and in order to put all this stuff together, which I've been working on all day, all weekend, and then, like the intensity of your hard work, and then this comes on the feed, and you're looking at all the other news. Like, I could be covering all these other topics. Why am I covering this topic? Really, I almost, it was such a diversion. So here we are. This is the story that I found from Lisa Haven's link. I'm going to link up some of this stuff in the description box. Wow. I want to take a moment just to take a breather. I actually did a really much better blog, and I actually deleted it. So, when you try to get your bearings together and you see this, that it's helpful to know that, the important aspect of reporting investigation. Now, listen, I don't know what it takes to have a career as a journalist. I'm not a reporter. I look at myself as somebody that's just learning how to do this. I can't qualify me as fake news. I'm going to state I'm not a reporter. I've taken a couple of classes in journalism that does not qualify us as journalists. But if you make a career out of journalism, you better have some handle on news stories or where to go. And that's been really hard for somebody that's not familiar with, the context of a story, the content and the news. Well, I have to tell you, if you want to talk about content and investigation, this is going to take... Let's zoom right in there on the most pressing news in China. This is from the UK Guardian. Wiping out crime. Face scanners place in public toilet to tackle low roll theft. Incredible. Who would ever thought after the kind of day we just had that this would be the most pressing news? But actually, let's go there. This is called toilet humor for a reason. Talk about surveillance and tackling a problem. This is what's going on in China. This is from the UK Guardian. So they put the face scanners inside the urinals and toilets. And what you end up having is this in-depth investigation. You want to talk about getting to the bottom of a problem. Yeah, you have to wipe your bottom for it. I hope they find those criminals, because that would be such a waste of real money on surveillance equipment. But it must be such an epidemic in China that they have to roll out the facial scanners to get this, tackle these thieves. I mean, my goodness, that's terrible. So instead of calling it facial scanners, what do you call this? Oh my goodness. There's got to be a new name for this. I mean, you can't really call it facial scanners if you're putting it on your bottom. Maybe we're missing something here. Maybe if you got into the line of work of private investigation or worked for an investigator, this would be so important. This might actually take the cake for all investigations. No, put pause on the FBI's scandals and all the scandals that are going on within the CIA and deep state stuff. This is an investigation. This requires the whole China surveillance squad to insert these type of things into. We'll be back here for the court of public opinion. You better make sure you do your counter surveillance so that you tackle that problem. Thank you for subscribing here at YouTube as well. Radio Theater is a part of the Amateur Radio Network.